Hello, hello. All right, I am back. I think the stream is stable. It was giving me a little bit of trouble a few minutes ago, but yeah. So for those just joining us, I am doing some work on a series that's been in the works for a while, Homesick Adventures, and I am in the process of building various assets for that show. And in this case, I am working on character sheets. And as I explained the other day, basically the idea is that we are building a template. I like to use the phrase "source of truth" for our characters and for animators or external animation vendors to reference and say, hey, this is what he looks like from this angle, this angle, this angle, making notes about how to do things, how to draw the characters so that the art style stays consistent. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up where I left off, which is Kakato. So as a reminder, what I did last time was, okay, we're doing a turnaround. We did the palette. We're showcasing his powers, maybe some cool poses that he's in, and there's more things I want to do for each character. But for just right now, I'm gonna focus on getting that basic stuff done. So we've got Kakato, Hiro, and Chitoge started. Oh god, I forgot about the demon shit. I mentioned I might redesign this version of this character. I still think I should do that, but just given the amount of time and everything going on, I'm dubious of getting to that. But that is definitely a stretch goal. So today I'm gonna pick this back up. I'm gonna throw on some music. I'm gonna do some more pixel art drawing. I actually have my tablet in hand today, so I don't destroy my hands. But yeah, it should be a really chill sesh. Let me just pull up my tunes. Make sure that's coming through. Looks good to me. All right. So, as I mentioned, Kakato, Hiro, and Chitoge are done enough. Oh, fuck. I gotta do that too. These guys are done enough for the time being, but I definitely want to come back and do some more stuff with them. I have a list of things that I need to do on my other monitor. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. And I'm not gonna share this. I'm not gonna show this on screen, unfortunately, just because. Oh, actually, you know what I can do for visual aid? Is just take a screenshot of it. I just don't want to accidentally show my Trello board. So here's the basic template of what I'm going to do for each character. So I can actually check these off, which would be kind of neat. My pen green. Okay. Turnaround, we did. Color palette, we did. Note scale and pixel density. That's not been done yet. Show magic coloration. Sorta. Oh, okay, so another thing to note is things like this. This is, like, specific to Kakato, so I really should make this list a little bit more generic, but it's enough of a guide to get me started. Pixel density on zoom in. That's definitely something I need to showcase, so not yet. Open mouth. Actually, I got that for Hiro, but not for Kakato. Maybe that's something I'll do in subsequent passes. But, yeah, just quickly go through the rest of these, extending their limbs, show a top-down angle, three-quarters angle, showing them hunched over, tilt the head, so doing the anime thing where they tilt their head and their eyes are shaded, doing the anime, Ulu. All right, close up on the pixelated head. I don't actually, I think I said this last time, I don't know what that means, so... and showing the damage states. So to kind of give a better illustration, these are all done for the characters I've done so far. In fact, actually, I shouldn't even call these done because I still have more characters to do. But I'm going to do a turnaround for all the characters and the color palette for all the characters. Then I'll go back to the first character and start doing some of this other more tertiary stuff. And as we go down the list, it becomes less and less, like, essential. So if we don't get damage states in, that's not the end of the world. Like, we could fudge that in the moment. Whereas having a proper turnaround for the character, I think, is very essential. Okay. Enough chitter chatter. Where are we picking it up from here? Let me look through my List of characters. Thank God that opened up on the other monitor. Which character should I do next? We still have the tome, which isn't really a character, but still, it's probably good to showcase. Matter of fact, maybe the tome should be on Heroes page. We also have Daria. Daria's brand new, and I might completely redesign her, so maybe not. Toshi is very essential, so though he is not a biped, so that's going to make things a little complicated. Let me find him. Ah, here we go. Okay. Excuse me. So, what do we got here? That's his basic walking animation with his backpack. Ooh, I should show him without his backpack, too. That's a good one. So that's a custom one I did of him digging. That could be kind of useful. What's the difference between... Oh, this is like running, whereas this is like walking. Interesting. And then there's just him sitting. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's throw some of these bad boys in. Boom. Sure. Boom. I should also get one of him licking his crotch. Okay. Oh God, I forgot about this. And there's also this mess, which I mentioned last time. I want to use this as the beauty pose for Heroes character sheet, but where is it? There's a lot of aliasing. There's a lot of like, it's hard to see in the stream, I'm sure, but there's a lot of garbage pixels that I need to figure out how to clean this up. I was thinking about it after the stream, and I think I might just try to recreate this pose. Seeing as how this is lower priority, I'll save that for later. But anyway, okay. So this is his walking animation. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what it should be his default turnaround. Again, he's not a bipedal character, so this is where things get a little complicated. Like, what's the best way to showcase this? Sorry, I am having stream troubles. I guess it's working. YouTube is like freaking out to me. It's like, hey, what's going on? We're not getting enough signal. Yeah, I'm sorry, my internet's trash. Just a second. Okay. So we got to do a turnaround of him standing, which probably makes more sense than the sitting. Oh, the sitting's a little rough too. Anyway, yeah, I think the standing is going to be the default, or is it this one? Is there a difference between these two? This seems like more of a neutral pose, whereas his legs are like brought together here. Okay, let's go with this one. So I'm gonna save as here. Excuse me. I gotta rename these two. So it's oops. Toshi. That did save as a layered sprite. I think it did. Yeah, cool. All right, how do I want to do this? Just looking and analyzing. I think maybe just grabbing the center sprites might be good. Yeah, he doesn't have the same issue where like his hands are in like weird walking, or his paws are in weird walking positions. Maybe just the normal standard would work. Ow, my hand still kind of hurts from yesterday. Let me think about this. What about also the top, the forward one, where we grabbed the top of him and moved it down. And there's a ton of aliasing once again. Okay. I think I'm not going to overthink this. Let's just do the same stuff we did yesterday. Trying to remember what I did. Ooh, I should be using the tablet. I was just like, my hand hurts. Weird. Oh well, I'm not going to do anything about it. Oh, let me hide this. Yeah, I don't think I need... Maybe I was overreacting. I think this is actually going to be a lot easier. Why is it doing that? That was super weird. It was like snapping. Is he identical right to left? What? It keeps doing that. What's going on? It's like snapping to the grid. I'm not pressing anything. All right. Just to see if it's completely identical. Yeah, I think it's pretty identical. Okay. So then that begs the question, do I even need to have another side pose? It might be good just to showcase that, yes, they are indeed identical. Yeah, I can't believe his tail isn't. Well, this makes sense because from the sprite sheet that this is ripped from, it is... Oh, shit, I deleted the middle. I wasn't paying attention. Because it's from a sprite sheet that's essentially like a tertiary character sprite, it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't bother to create unique sides. Ooh, okay. This might go super fast. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Oh, another thing to consider. How wide is Toshi? Let me... what is it? V... Wait. Why did that not... I'm confused. Hold on. That doesn't select... That doesn't remove... Hold on. Oh, because I hit V. Okay. I was way overthinking that. Just kidding. All right. I switched back to mouse just because I could use the extra precision. What is the color? Let's go with this. Sure. I think Kakato's is also red, but it might be a different shade of red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that... So 7... Wait, did I say 17 or 18? Fuck. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention as like the catchphrase of this whole project. It's either 17 or 18. I hope it's 18. Because if not, that's gonna be really not good for me. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half. So that's... What? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so it is 18. So its halfway point would be 9. Good lord, why was that so difficult? So I want a half body length. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly a half body length of space between them. I just like to do that for OCD's sake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is the halfway point. Shortcuts. Oh god, that red is hurting my eyes. Make it a little think he is a slightly smaller sprite. Don't want that to overlap. Actually, I know he's a slightly smaller sprite because I just measured him. But yeah, he's 18 wide, I think I said. So that would mean he's like, what, 30% smaller than the other characters? Something in that neighborhood. Oops. Let me line up his feet, because his headspace changes based on the angle that he's at. Let me just make sure this is lined up. Is that lined up? I can't tell. Oop. Perfect. All right, get next to his anus. Actually, he's already lined up with that line. That's perfect. It's a thing of beauty. Let's grab this. More like that. Yeah. I mean, again, it's redundant because they're completely mirrored on both sides, but it couldn't hurt to, again, take the extra 5 seconds just to be like, no, for real, it's actually mirrored. I think that's too low, actually. Double check. That looks good to me. Cool. That was a lot easier than the other characters. All right, let's give that a save. All right, now what? I did the turnaround. Let's bring in the other sprites. Do I need all of this? I think I'll just take them all. I can always delete them later. Oops. Where's Toshi? Let's put all of them right next to each other. So I got my characters all in a row. And I'm just going to be a little bit OCD and just put them in order that they appeared in the series. Cool. And then I'll bring in puppers. Come on. Oh god, there's a lot of transparency on that. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh man, I probably should just take this whole sheet, frankly. Okay. Just trying to think of how to better organize this. You know what I should be doing is I should be labeling this. Oh shit. Just kidding. Can I put it? Alright, font size. No, like fucking 10, dude. No wonder. Sure, that's fine for now. I wish I knew what the fonts looked like, but whatever. Oh, fuck. Oops. One thing I do need to showcase is out of his backpack come like mechanical arms that do stuff, and I don't even have solid designs for those. I'm debating on if I should do that with do it in 3D as opposed to spending the time. I might do that in 3D, and I'll do that in another stream. Or maybe I can do it today. Let's see how much I get through. I want to get as much of these character sheets done today as I possibly can, so I can move on to other stuff. Ow.
There's a thick black fog running inside your head, and it seems so easy just to stay there.
Let's switch it up a little bit. I've heard that one a lot. God, they all start with the same thing. How is this possible? They're different playlists. Eh. Bear with me for just a second. Oh, God. Okay, I need to... Sorry, I'm going to spend a couple seconds looking for new music. Actually, I'm going to put... I'll put something on in the background, but I need to find something new. What about this? I can barely hear it on my end, so I don't know if that's even going to show up in the stream. Let me fix that. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't think I've heard this before, but it's getting hard to tell. I had that other playlist going for so long that I think I started dreaming about the songs playing in the background, and I'm like, this is not gonna work. I need something new. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the songs, otherwise I wouldn't have played them, but there's like 100 songs on that playlist, and it just keeps playing. Like, I swear to God, I keep hearing the same like 5 songs over and over again. Like, like, I feel so gaslit. It's like, it's like, no, that these are all like, there's over 200 songs in this playlist, in this library, and 40% of them sound identical. Or maybe it's just looping and I didn't even notice. Okay. So let me put Toshi sitting in. Oof. Let's put him over here. Should probably also put their names on the character sheet just to help the artists. That's like barely legible. All right, anyway, cool. I'm actually going to take all of this, create a little bit more room because I know I want the palette to go here. Is it just me, or does his stuff takes up a lot more room than everybody else's? What's the canvas size? Canvas size is, 384 by 256. That's not what I was expecting, but okay. Oh, well, I guess if each one's like 25, then that makes sense. This canvas size is almost identical. So how's it that he's taking up so much more room? Maybe because in the other ones I'm not using an entire sheet for the running stuff. Yeah, that must be why. Okay, well, I think that's a worthwhile sacrifice. Okay, so excuse me. I don't need this anymore. Do I need this? I don't think so, actually. Worry about that later. I don't really have a beauty pose for him. You know what I should be doing? Let me put some stuff down. Okay. Same. What's Piero's color? I think it's that orange. And I'll reorganize this later. Oh, I did that thing again. I wish this thing, instead of like just grabbing nothing, would be like, yo, by the way, this didn't work because you're on a different layer. I think. Oh boy, this is gonna be a ton of work. Okay. Let's just save what we got. Got a lot of thinking to do. And I mean, that's what I was saying the other day. Do the color palette for Toshi. And then I'll do the tome. And Daria? Is that what I need to do? I mean, maybe. Realistically, I should be doing this for every character that appears. I won't do this for characters that I've revealed in the past that I'm not planning to bring back. Because that's just a waste of energy and waste of time. Only for characters moving forward. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, that means I need to do the tome, and I need to do Daria. So let me do Toshi's color palette real quick. Damn, that took like no time at all. That's hilarious. This is saved. I'm thinking. I'm realizing that this list is like kind of not helpful. Here, let me do something really quick. Okay, so turn around. Sometimes it's just easier just to like retype it out and just figure it out. Color palette. Measure pixel scale. Show abilities / magic. Yeah, let's call it that. Never show other eye. That's only relevant to. Yeah, let's just call it special notes, i.e. never show Kakato's. What is that? Right eye? Wait, which eye is it? I can't remember. I think it's his. Damn it. It's his right eye. Okay. Kakato's right eye. And let's go to. And I'll update my Trello board with all this stuff. Never show Kakato's right eye. Pixel density. Note scale and pixel density. Those two things are the same thing. What am I doing, man? Instead of open mouth, let's say various expressions. When to extend limbs. Extended limbs. T-pose. attacking, maybe. Just any case where extending limbs makes sense. And when I say extend limbs, I mean like the character stretches out, not in like a cartoony sense, but like in a yoga sense, like a martial arts sense. Where was I? Extend line, top down, 3/4 side. I don't think we need a 3/4 down. I mean, they're basically already in that. Let's say bending back. Yeah. Slash hunching. I'm going to add one right now, which is moving head to express emotion. Yeah. Sure. Anime, head, tilt, shades, eyes, head tilt, and shading eyes. Oops. Eyes. Oh, I forgot about this. Very important. Eyes. It's so much easier to just like like denote it like this as opposed to trying to come up with a description for it. Close up on pixelated head. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Maybe I meant hand. One thing I will say is when zooming in, draw important features in more detail / density, pixel density. And this is the thing I was talking about, where if you zoom in on his hand, it's just like a mash of pixels. So if it's really important to see his hand in this case, I'll draw another hand over top with like 1/10 of the scale of these pixels. Anyway, last note. Where is it? Oh, it was damage states. Now I remember. Actually, I would say that's more important than shit, a lot of this. Various expressions, probably around here. Damage states. Okay. We got the turnaround. We got the color palette. Those are both very important. Measure pixel scale. How am I going to do that? So here's another thing to think about. This whole thing, as I just pointed out, is like 380 by 256, which is a very small image. And that's just like based off the default size. So I think that one thing that'll accomplish multiple goals, not just making it easier to read, but also making it easier to tell what the scale of the pixels is, would be for me to increase this increase this to 1600 by 900. Okay, I think this is a more appropriate game plan. Sorry, I'm gonna take a break for 30 seconds. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. And let me throw my music back on. Cool. What was I doing? Oh, okay. So I just updated my list. And I'm just... Oh, come on, computer. Copy. I'm just going to copy this into Trello real quick while I'm thinking about it. I just don't want to forget and screw that up. But I think this is a more appropriate list. Oh, shit. Formatting got messed up. Bear with me for a second. There we go. So, this being the new list, next thing to do would be to get Toshi his palette defined, and then I can start going down this list. Just a second. I'm sorry that I'm not even showing the Trello board and I'm making edits to it. I just want to make sure I got all my ducks in a row. This also, I totally forgot, I have a list of characters in what order to do them in, and I think I'm actually going to reassess this list of who needs to be done. But actually, this old thing isn't needed anymore. I'll copy this over. So, Hiro, Chitoge, Toshi, Tome, Kakato, and the Spirit. We've got these other tertiary characters that need to be redesigned. These two probably aren't going to be coming back. Maybe Trashman. I don't know. I'm debating on that one. But Daria definitely needs to be designed, and I've been dicking around with the idea of Benjin and Takai Garumi making a return. And these are future characters that I'm not going to go into just yet. But yeah, this list seems pretty fair. I should probably move Daria to must do because she needs to be designed for the episode. Not needed per se. What the fuck am I talking about? She's absolutely needed here. Not designed yet. Designed but not needed per se. Yeah, okay. I'll just make that quick edit and then I can hop back and do Toshi's thing. Sometimes you come back to notes you've done ages ago and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Okay. So now everything's listed out. So it's like that list of characters and then for each one of them doing each one of these things. Cool. So let's get back into it. Here it is. Okay. Toshi's palette comes next. Sorry, just a second. Okay. Boop. Palette. I think I want to do his palette before I do the tomes stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. His eyes are just black. Okay. Well, he's got a little highlight on his nose. Oh, and what's his shape? I think his shape is very geometric. So I'm definitely going to use the mouse for this. Oops. Oh my lord. Wait, I can hold shift. Does that work? Oh, it does. Cool. All right, let's just do that. Shift. It does appear to still do diagonal stuff. What? Am I misunderstanding this? Maybe it'd be faster just to do the clicking. Just like the boom. Oh yeah, that's much faster. Boom. Look at that. Okay, that's his nose and eyes, I think. I don't think his nose is going to be a different color to his eyes. That wouldn't make any sense. Okay. Do this. Boop. Boop. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, that's one. Though it will look really weird if I have to scale these, so something to bear in mind. Two. Oh man, I'm getting really off scale. I would like it to at least somewhat resemble a square. Actually, you know what? I need to make it so that it's easier to sample. Because I'm concerned if you like try to eyedropper this, you're just going to miss pixels constantly. But I don't want to just make it a filled-in cube. I'll think about this later. One, that. Now doing this. Come on. Try to keep it square. Okay. And then this color. I don't think I've done this one yet. No, it's different. It's a little bit darker. Cool. Just gonna check the stream. I'm a little bit paranoid right now just because this is a new playlist and I'm not sure if it's gonna get slapped. Am I gonna get spanked again? YouTube? Oh, speaking of YouTube, is Twitch still up even? All right, sorry, give me a second to check that. Come on. Come on. You can't find it. There it is. Okay. Twitch is still live. Good to see. Okay, cool. Super paranoid about that. All right. Enough distractions. Let's make some progress. All right, so I did his eyes and nose. I think that's all for his body. There's 5 colors for his body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. And then his bag and his buckle. And I might have to do a separate one for the machinery, but I think I'm going to save that for a separate day. Ooh, pixel. I'll think about that later if I need to use that. Actually, this is the perfect time to try it out. Oh wait, there's a slightly lighter color, so... Oh, oops. Oh my god. Yeah. They're not fucking around when they talk about pixel perfect. It's beautiful. Okay. Boom. And honestly, to kind of like hammer home the whole precision concept, I really should make these like as equal as possible. I might go over and do another pass to clean these up, but just for right now, I don't want to overthink it. We are getting to about an hour, so I am due for a break soon. So let me get something down and save, and then I'll go over and nitpick them. Actually, that should be pretty easy because all I have to do is just take these and just swap the color out. Yeah. don't see why I create more work for myself. Just do it while I'm thinking about it. Luckily, Toshi has the simplest palette. And like, which of these shapes do I like the most? Ugh. Probably this one. Yeah, we definitely want it to be rigid. Like, this type of stuff ain't gonna fly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll put the buckle stuff on the same level. Why not? Wait, what am I talking about? Let's just do that now. I'm way overthinking this. What was it? 3 colors? Yeah. For somebody who's so technology-minded, it makes sense for him to be very rigid and geometric. Was it G? Oh god. It's a little bit more work than... Oops! Anticipated. But that's fine. I will make do. Oh, damn, I keep forgetting they're up here too. G, bloop, bloop. I thought about adding some interesting shading or something like that to these, but I'm like, it's a palette. It needs to be very clear and concise and boring and rigid. G. Don't want to get too fancy with something that is just meant to be very... Like, I can give it some style, like I've been doing, but I don't want to fuck around with it too much. Let's fill that in. I imagine this is just straight black. Alright, so that's his palette. Let's clean it up a little bit. E. And then Control V. It's a little tight, but I can make it work. G. Cool. Grab this color, erase, Control V, boom. Whoops. Maybe I should just fill in one side here and there, just to give it some contrast. Boom. All right. I did grab the color. I'm like, wait, did I do it? I don't remember. Escape, G, boom. Yeah, that is a different color. Okay, we're good. All right, rest my hand for a second. Those all look good. Let's just make sure there's like 2 pixels. That's 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. Let's just nudge them out a little bit. There's no reason not to be rigid with these. I'm pretty sure these are also not quite far enough. B. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. All right, let's start getting some of these other colors. I'll get through the rest of these, and I'll take a quick break. God, Toshi flew by. Oh, save. I'm definitely not complaining, though. The best part is I can just line these up with these down here. Okay, escape. Boom, boom, boom. I think I will actually go around and like fill in the top for some of them, fill in the sides. Not only to make it more interesting and more complex, but also to make it easier to friggin' click on. I erase. Line it up perfectly. Ooh, how high do I want to be? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. G, boop, badoop, skadoosh. I'm not contributing any interesting commentary or thought. I'm just making sound effects now. That's how you know you need a break. Ugh, ow. Okay. Grab it. Erase. A very specific order of operations, and I don't want to... I mean, it's not the end of the world if I mess it up. I would just like to be efficient. That's what Toshi would want. Fill it in. Alright. Efficiency isn't always about going as fast as possible. It's about setting yourself up so you don't have to do it more... You don't have to spend more time on it than is absolutely necessary. And sometimes that does mean slowing down. Ah! Case in point. Ah! Case in point again. Cool. I'm actually liking this a lot better. And if that means taking a second to stop and think and say, what the hell am I doing again? Then that's better than having to redo something because you screwed it up. I'm like holding my breath for precision's sake. Okay. And finally, the eyes. Actually, I bet these will just overlap. Oh, look at that. I didn't need to erase anything. I love it. And I have an interesting idea for how I want to handle... hold on. I have an interesting idea for how I want to handle the fill-in thing I was just talking about that I'm going to do. I'm actually going to come up with a sequence that loops in on itself. I just figured something like interesting and complicated would be fun for this character, for this one that's very analytical. Everything else is very abstract and loose. And this gives me an idea for the tome, actually. I might make the tomes like incredibly overly complicated. Alright, but anyway. So what I'm going to do, quickly before my break, is boop, 12 o'clock, boop, 3 o'clock, boop, 6 o'clock, so I need to go between I and G, 9 o'clock, I, 12 o'clock, I, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. The hardest part is trying to like remember the clock orientation. I'm like making this way harder on myself for no reason. 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, No, shit! 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Okay, cool. So now we have this geometric repeating pattern, and that actually looks kind of cool. It's very rigid. It's got logic to it. It's got sequence. So I think that fits for the character. Cool. And especially when you... let me save. Especially when you compare it to, like, Hero's, like, burst of energy, but it's very chaotic and inconsistent. Shitoge's is a little bit more... it's got structure, but it's a little unstable. Toshi's is almost, like, overly complicated. And then Kakuto's kind of, like, toes that line between chaotic, but also still very precise. At least that's how I interpret it. All right, cool. I'm going to take... oh, cool. We're just over an hour. That's perfect. So I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we'll start on the Tome of Tales. So, yeah, I will BRB.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I
All right. I have returned. And, God, what were we doing? It feels like I've been away for a lifetime. Let me put my music back on while I turn my brain back on. So, while I was away, Is that playing? Yeah, okay. Not while I was away. Before I left, so Hero's good. I was just kind of musing on the iconography there. Totoge is En route, this is going to need a lot more work to get to where I want it to be. I did Toshi's palette and brought in a bunch of his animations. That's what we did today. And Kakato still needs a lot of stuff. But in terms of just the basics, I think we're in a good spot. I'm going to do the tome, but I'm also starting to think about what all needs to be done for the entirety of all the character sheets. That is a toughie. Sorry, just checking on all the things, making sure everything's good. I think we are back in black. Ugh, I gotta figure out what to do about this bad boy. But anyway, more importantly, let's bring in the tome. I don't know if I have sprites for him already here and about. Where? Probably in here. Here's this one. Once again, these sprites are so old that we're not even using the current names. Oh, that's something else. Character sheet? No. Sprites. Old sprites. I think I technically have it under characters. Yep. Oh, found them all. Great. Let me think. Is that it? Are there any others? There should be some that are... Oh, there is one that's open. Is that... There's one with Hero holding the tome open, and I need to... I wonder if that's different, but I don't know if it's... That looks the same. Do I need to include this? This is where it becomes a gray area. Oh, also, was I gonna just put the tome on the same sheet as Hero? Because they are kind of linked together. Oh my god, look at that palette. Ugh. Can I delete these? I wish I could find where these pixels were. What happens if I just hit delete? Oh! What did that do? Take a closer look. So if I hit delete... Okay, so I think this is just the palette. Because if I delete everything, it's not going to make all the pixels disappear, right? No, it's just literally the palette. Okay. Damn, I got really excited. Okay. I think this is okay to have the palette be this messy. Because, I mean, basically what I did to make this was... Where is it? Was I took this image and I... sorry, not this image in particular, but an image like this and just scaled it down to be this. So this kind of aliasing... Again, this was done in Photoshop, so this type of thing is absolutely going to happen. What can you do? Okay, so... I'm just trying to think of how to proceed. Maybe the tome... Is the tome its own character, or is it part of Hero? So everybody else has their magical effects in this sprite sheet. I guess this kind of gets into the gray area of whether the tome is its own character or if it's part of Hero. You know, just looking at this is already probably going to be a ton of space. I think I'm just going to make the tome its own. Okay. And I'll bring in that promo shot as well. That was actually this one. This is the high fidelity one, which I need to find in a clean sense somewhere. But for now, let's bring this stuff in. God, that looks amazing. That looks so good. Sorry, just a second. So, we'll bring the tome in. One thing I... Hold on. Control X, come over here, Control V. Cool. I need this as well. Well, that's basically just the same thing. Wait a minute, I don't need this at all. Hold on. Look at that. Don't save. And this is the pattern that's on the front of the tome. Definitely want to keep that. Control C, Control V, and then let's just go like that. Paste that bad boy in. That's going to take up way too much space, but that's okay. I can adjust it later. Yeah, so we got a turnaround. We've got the pages being open. I really should put like some arcane symbols on this or something. What I really need to showcase are its powers. I got an idea. Hold on. No, it's in visual animation. Nope. Visual. It's not references, is it? Oh, it is. No shit. I wish I had this as an animation. You know, this is really old, and I feel like I could do much, much better now. I'm not going to use that. Oh, boy. I'm trying to think of how to organize this. So here, I'll make this, come on, base, and then I'm going to save, because I didn't do that yet. Save as, sprites, no, visual, character sheets. Now let's call this tome, save. I don't know if this really counts as a character sheet. This is technically a prop. Like, it does really beg questions about the, like, whether the tome is a prop or a character. And not only in terms of the character sheets is that an open question, but it's also an open question. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm doing this wrong. I saved this correctly, I think. Let me duplicate, lock, and hide this. Okay, now I'll start moving this stuff around. I'm not going to be so concerned about the space between it. I would like very much to clean this up, though. I might do that, actually. We never show the back of it. Huh. Never considered that. Uh-oh. How do I want to handle that in particular? That's a tricky one. We've never had an instance where we need to showcase the back, but I think it being imagining it as a three-dimensional object, that's kind of necessary. My gut is saying to not worry about it right now and come back to it. But that is something I definitely am going to need to figure out. Put this here, maybe. So this is like straight on, and these scales just do not match. I was trying to do foreshortening with this, but I don't think it's really working out. The question is, I don't want to scale this anymore because it's going to get just even messier. Maybe this just needs... here's kind of what I'm thinking, and that's not gonna work. I need to do this in GIMP or something. I was thinking about just getting rid of that big sigil on the front, and then just having like all this red detail be the center. I don't know. This is concerning. Any day now, GIMP. All right. Let me pull in wherever it is. No, damn it! I keep mixing those up. Sprites. Maybe I should put the character sheets thing in the sprites folder, since I keep accidentally clicking shit like that. Tome. Import image from color palette. It has an embedded color profile. For the image to keep. Let's see how it looks when I do keep. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, it looks... I was like, that looks different. And then I realized it's because I'm zoomed in. Okay. So, if I... duplicate... do I have this open as... Oh, it's imported. Okay, so I gotta be careful when I save, because this will overwrite shit. You know, matter of fact, let's not even play with fire. Save as... Am I even in the right folder? Save folder, characters... Yeah. Tome... Backpass... Okay, let me make sure that's saved correctly. Cool. So I should be able to save this without overwriting shit. Maybe I'll just do it from every angle. I don't know if there's like a content aware. God, I do not remember how to do GIMP. And this is exactly what I was saying the other day. Is that I'm gonna need to go back to GIMP, and then between GIMP and what's it called, Sprite, and the different controls are just gonna fuck me up. All right, I'm just not gonna worry about it. Let's go. Wait. Color picker tool. Okay, just making sure. Let's. Okay, let's hide this. And we'll just lock it down as much as possible. Wait a minute. Is there like... I'm wondering if there's like a smart fill. There's clone tool. I love how GIMP has like all the same tools from Photoshop circa like 15 years ago, but none of like the new shit. All right. I'm just gonna open a context menu and see if there's a content aware fill. Edit. Tools? Selection tools. Intelligent scissors. Select. Remove holes from the selection. Oh, from the selection. So this is specifically regarding the marquee selection. Okay. Image. No. This is about the whole image. Where's the fill tool? Alright. I will go fuck myself. Is there anything else in the... What does the tooltip say? Selectively copy from an image or pattern using a brush. Perspective clone tool. Clone from an image source after applying a perspective transformation. Not sure what that means. Heal image irregularities. Let's see what happens. Oh, I need a source image. Okay. Let me select none, and I'm actually going to bring in that big fat tome image that I was looking at. I need to organize my folders. It's getting a little squirrely. Yeah. Maybe that's going to work. Keep. Shit. With Alt? Yeah. Or Control, rather. Okay. Is it V? No, of course it's not V. It's like M or something. And thus it begins, the shortcut madness. Okay. Z. In a little bit. Cool. That's a perfect source. So let's go with the healing. I think it's like control click here. And then does it have to be on the same layer? Wait, hold on. Heal image irregularities. All right, you want to tell me how to use the tool, or just checking stuff real quick. Okay. Maybe I could just use a simple clone brush tool because there's a lot of real estate to work. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. Hold on. I was selecting the wrong layer. So can I copy from one layer to another? Control. Does not appear so. So I'm gonna just duplicate both of these. And then I'm gonna merge down. So now we have one layer with everything in it. Cool. So that. Wait. So that should be the source. Control. Wait. Oh, there's instructions down there. Click to clone. Try Shift for a straight line. Control to set a new clone source. Okay, so Control. There's my clone source. Oh! So I just gotta watch where I'm cloning from. It is interesting. You can't really watch where you're painting. You have to watch where it's coming from. I think I can kind of get both. This actually might friggin' work. OMG. It's definitely not ideal. Start at the top and then work my way down, so I'm less likely to bump up against stuff. I don't know, man. I think that that kind of works. Start at the bottom. Now I can paint upwards and not worry about bumping into something. I think that doesn't look too bad. If I were watching this show, I wouldn't think twice about that. Just sitting back a little bit to look at it from a distance. That latch, the latch is probably okay. I think that's actually pretty good. All right, cool. Gimp saved the day. Famous last words. So let's do the same thing over here. I'm watching the source on the right. Whoops. Okay. Reset. Let's do it a little bit down here. Move up. Alright, as far as I can go. Let's reset again. It's not a lot of real estate to play with, but this actually, for a section of the thing, like the back of it, it really isn't that big of a problem. Now I'm a little bit nervous about making sure that everything's consistent. Probably want to stretch that out. I'll do that in A Sprite. I'll come back to it. Let's try over here again to do the top section. Once again, I'm like holding my breath. I don't like that dark line in the middle. Let's get rid of that. Bro, look at that shit. That actually looks pretty good. I was actually super skeptical of this, but this actually works really well. Cool. Now can I just copy it directly from here? It's all one flat layer, so it should just work. Like Todd Howard says, like the great prophet Todd Howard says, it just fucking works. Let's go, baby. Okay. That was a lot less painful than I was anticipating. So, the grimoire essentially just has this big seal on the front. I'm literally defining this live, like as I'm working on it right now. The grimoire has a big seal on the front, which is essentially this in detail. And then on the back, it's just flat. I've literally never thought of this before today, so I'm glad I came up with something that totally works. I'm gonna save that GIMP file because that'll be useful down the road. God, I hope I did that right. Let me go double check. Sorry, I'm also looking at my phone. I'm waiting to confirm an appointment. I think I did. Oh, you know what I didn't do, actually, is this should be... I should save this as a PSD just for maximum compatibility. Can I even do that? I think I can. I think I have to... I think I have to export it, actually. Export as... Select file extent. Export... automatic pixel format. I don't know what that means. But I do not see an option for Photoshop. Alright, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Alright, cool. Thanks, GIMP. So GIMP will open PSDs, but I guess I can't save them? Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to line all these up. I don't know if I have another angle for the tome stuff. And I'm also debating the pages thing. Like the sigils on the pages and whatnot. Oh. Yeah, hands are cramping up a little bit. Okay. Let's take a thinking break. To kind of look over what we have. I should probably scale this down so it takes up a lot less room. I need his powers over here, which come in 3 forms. Let me take note of that. Yeah, sure. Whoops. Select font. I wish I could see what these are. Oh. Why are these not loaded by default? Oh, A Sprite. I want something fancy. Something elegant to match the tome. And I'm not seeing anything that's really jumping out at me. I should just use a standard Adobe font. You know what? I'm gonna use the Hylia one for now. Thinking. Or should I just use the standard font? I think it helps to reinforce the idea of each character sheet is themed around the character's particular personalities, so maybe I'll just do it with the Hylia thing. Oh, that looks good. that looks tasty. That's also not the right text. Power 1. Conjuring. You can't even fucking read that. Hang on. Fuck. Let's go 20. The aliasing filter? Oh, well, at least you can read it. It's not as nice, but... I think I'm actually gonna... Since I have the anti-aliasing, let's go back to 10. Yeah, sure. Power 1, Conjuring. Power 2 would be Destruction. Maybe I'll make that a slightly different color. Destruction. Power 3, I'll call Alteration. I am very much just making this up as I go. I'm just thinking about the things that it's demonstrated that it can do already. Alternation. And I am straight up just tearing these from Elder Scrolls. So he can create stuff, he can destroy stuff, and he can change stuff. I think that's a good basis. And then power number 4. And I reserve the right to change these as needed. Hands. Can I get something like super transparent? Just taking advantage of like the weird palette.
Hey yo, yo,
Cool. And I'll denote those later. I'll draw like physical examples. I just want to remember them. Conjuring, Destruction, Alteration. What other powers are there in Elder Scrolls? You ain't doing alchemy.
hey yo,
Conjuration. Illusion? Not really. This thing's more about creating real change in the world, so doing illusions doesn't really make any sense. Destruction. Here, I'll just look it up.
hey yo,
Elder Scrolls Magic Schools. Magic Skulls. Please tell me it's not the actual school. I just want the... Oh yeah, Magica. Ah, here we go. Alright, not going to be doing alchemy, alteration, conjuration, and destruction. We got mysticism. Restoration. Ah, okay. I don't think I'm going to do that. Shadow Magic. Thume. Okay, cool. So, I think I'm good there. Let's organize this a bit more.
hey yo,
And I'll make this smaller, I think. Well, I'll leave it like that for now. I'll probably make it smaller at a different time. Well, since this is the back, it's actually going the wrong way now. So it should be like that. And you will notice that the tome is actually a left-hand book, meaning that it goes from left to right. It starts on the right of the book and goes to the left, sort of like Japanese reading. Nice little Easter egg. Actually, shit, this one's wrong. Oh no, this one's wrong. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, I'll have to replace that. That's fun. I know I have one where it's going the correct way, but I don't know... I'll have to go digging around for it. That's no fun. But here, let's just worry about the important stuff. Just lining it up. I'm trying to make sure. I think I need to flip these in some way, but I'm not sure how yet. So, hold on. I'm looking around my desk for a book-like object. I have notebooks. So, if it's... So it's like that. And then... Oh, so I just need to swap these two. Sorry, my brain's getting a little tired, so it's hard to think in 3D. So it'd actually be like this, and then like this. Right? Because it's flipped over. Wait. Okay, so this is just rotated like 180 degrees, I think. Yeah. There's the pages, and there's the pages. And then same thing here, but because it's the flip side of it, it would be the opposite. So here's the pages. So between these two, this is literally just like rotating it on the Z-axis or the X-axis. It's fine. This works. Okay. Let me save, and then I'm gonna go looking for this. Sprites. At some point, I must have changed it and forgot to keep it consistent. So it is like that. Oh wait, they're all like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me adjust my mic a little bit. Sorry about that. Mm-hmm. No. Forgot about the slimes. That sucks. I'm gonna have to go searching for that later. And now I'm remembering that there was something else I needed to go search for. Ugh, fuck. Alright, I denoted the powers. I just need to do the palette. And I just realized that all of them don't have a name on the character sheet, so I should probably do that as well. This actually technically goes here. Come on. There we go. So we got Hero, got the Tome, got Chitoge, Toshi, and Kakato. Excellent, excellent. Beauty pills go here. Let me copy this. I don't know where the name's gonna go. It should probably go at the top somewhere. T. What font? Damn it! What font do I want? Ugh, I can see them now. I think he's gonna need some papyrus. Is this ink free? It's a little too elegant for him. Or some Comic Sans. Where's Comic Sans? Comics. I feel like comic is very appropriate, but is there anything like a little bit more... Something that screams I'm borderline illiterate? I think I might give Toshi the Sega font that I have on my computer for some reason. I have no memory of why I downloaded that. Oh, actually, I think I do. But anyway, it's not important. Maybe that ink-free one? I'm thinking either Comic Sans or that ink-free one. Where is it? Comic. Sure, whatever. I'm way overthinking this. Hero. Jinko. I think that's how you spell it. Fucking Comic Sans. No, that's not working. Ah, fuck. I meant the scale wasn't working. Let's go 20. I don't like the way the anti-aliasing looks on it, but I think what's important in this case is to have something that's legible. Cool. Alright. Control S. Tome. I'll use the same font. Oh man, we're already running out of room. I gotta scale this down at some point. I'm just apprehensive to scale it down because it's a little squirrely. Just grab any old color. I wish I could do like a multi-layer, like a gradient, or like something cool to showcase the power of it, of the tome, but I will settle for just something legible. Tiles. I think that's how it technically should be written. That looks pretty cool. I realize the capitalization didn't matter. S. Just checking stream stuff real quick. I'm paranoid now. Okay. Oh, let's move her firepower. Let's move all of her. Base form. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. Fire. Let's move that up. Oops. Move. Actually, this probably belongs down here, realistically. Okay. What is her color? Maybe blue, maybe green. I think she's the only one who really uses this green, so let's go with this. T. And I think I'll give her the ink one. Or is there something that's like cursive? That might be better. Ooh, rest my hand. Ow. Nothing I was looking at. I might go with the ink free. I just want to see what my options are. Oh, that's cursive. Was that Segio say? Oh, wait. Or does that say No, that doesn't say segue. I got really paranoid for a second. I'm like, holy shit, am I going to show that I can't read on stream? Where is it? Oh, I passed it. Let's do that guy. Let's try this guy. Let's see how this works. Chitoge Kawaguchi. That takes up a lot of room. That takes up a ton of room. Now, let's go... Let's bring that down to 15. That's better. Or, do I want to do... Oops. Fuck. Cancel. Keichitoki Kawaguchi. Cool. I'm gonna have to put something behind these so they're actually like legible. I think the cursive works for her. It's this hidden elegance that she likes to hide from the world. Put this aside. And I might change all the other fonts in here as well. I mean, mainly because... excuse me, throat's getting a little tired. Mainly because this stuff is kind of hard to read, especially from a distance, so... Cool. T... 20... Toshi... Zubon... Let's see how this works. It's like Tron. That's so awesome. Oh, it's the wrong color. Shit. Oops. Oh, and I need to move this to another palette. Let's go with this guy. What color was the tome? Tome was a lot darker, so they're both red, but I think I can get away with this. Alright. That's mostly legible. Yeah, and I gotta move this to... a new layer. Palette. I think that's how it's spelled. We've been over that. Oops. We've been over this. Control X, Control V. Right? Save. Alright, Kakato. Let's, instead of using red, let's use the color of his power. I just want to give everybody a unique color identity. Escape. T. Why is this not working? I'm hitting T, but nothing's happening. T. Oh, because the layer's locked. For fuck's sake, man. T. There we go. Kakato 10. And I don't know. I have no idea what font to choose for him. Something very ethereal. I don't know what this is, but I have a feeling it's not going to work. Not a ton of options. These are all very basic fonts. Except for the ones that I downloaded. But it looks like there's not really even a ton of fun stuff in here. I might just have to go with like a serif font and just call it as elegant as I can possibly make it. Like, there, an italicized serif font. Let's go. That actually kind of looks kind of nice. Kakatoe 10. Cool. Lock it down. Alright, let's review. So, hero needs a beauty pose. They all need a ton of shit, actually. Let me go check my list again on Trello. Okay, so turnarounds are done for everybody. Oh, I haven't done Daria yet. I'm not going to do Daria today because for reasons that I will not explain just yet, I'm debating on redesigning her, so I'm not going to worry about her today. But for all the other characters, turnarounds are done. I even did a 3-dimensional turnaround with a tome, so... Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Cool, 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 cool. Color palette. I did not add beauty pose to this list. Let me do that. Beauty pose. I should make this a checklist instead of just a numbered list. Beauty pose. And I'm going to make this a numbered list. Bullet list? No. Okay, I can't. Cool, whatever. Excellent. So, who has beauty poses? Hero doesn't have one. The tome, I guess that's technically the beauty pose there. Chitoge doesn't have one either. Let me make some notes of that. I think this is a good way to note things that are missing. I think I want to just do a quick pass on these to let me lock that. Do a quick pass to see what's missing and what still needs to be done, and I'll take another 10-minute break and see how much more I think I can get done today. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. Oops. T20. What is the... I keep doing that. What is the default? Whatever, let's put it to the first one. 10. Let's see. Beauty pose. What the what? That's not the font I picked. Oh, it didn't. There we go. Alright, so beauty pose is needed. And oh boy. Alright, let me make a note to redesign that. Actually, let me do all of Chitoge base form, and then I'll come back and I'll do the same notes for this. So, beauty pose. This whole thing needs to be upscaled to a bigger size. I know that. Zoom in. No, let's do. Abilities. Show super strength. Okay. Special notes. Special notes. What would her special notes be? I don't think there are any for her per se. No upskirts. It's the only note I can think of. Zooming in, draw important features. When zooming in, draw important features. Oh, let's just say. I don't know if each character needs a zoom in. Maybe I should make it like a generic character sheet. Zoom in, detail. Show abilities, special notes, expressions. So that would be oh shit, I forgot about this. There's one where, hold on, various expressions, and then there's one where it was the aww eyes, which I did in episode 4, I want to say. I'm gonna have to dig that up. Let's see, various expressions, damage states. I didn't even do damage states for hero. There's gonna be a lot of shit in this character sheet. Damage states. extended limbs. Top down. I was gonna write it all down, but I don't think I'm gonna get to all of these necessarily. Definitely not today. It's top down. Whoops. Cool, thanks. Thanks, OBS. Thanks for helping me out there. How does that even happen? Oh, because I minimized it instead of alt tabbing. Right. Top down. Damn, this is a lot of shit. And I think it's going to be a situation where it's just, I do what I can. I don't like the phrasing there. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Thinking. I mean, when have I ever been known to overthink something? Various expression. I mean, this is all stuff that we definitely need. I mean, not all of it, but... Let me just fill in the rest and stop worrying about it. Where do I stop? 3/4. Bending / hunching. Thank you. I think I should just grab all of these. Just move them up slightly. So I don't start bleeding into this area. Bending, hunching. Move head to show... to show... emotion, I guess. I don't know how else to phrase that. Anime head tilt / shading eyes. It's getting into the... It's overlapping. Oh wait, they're on separate layers. We're good. These can overlap, that's fine. And then just one last one. So what is it? It's boom, 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 and boom, boom, boom. Ampersand. And I think these are already done. I just gotta dig them up somewhere. So yeah, that's what I want each of these sheets to express. And how do I want to do this? I don't want to type all that shit up again, so let me do this. It's gonna Control C. I think I'm on the right layer. Control S. That's not going to fit in here. It also, more than half of it doesn't even apply to this. Put this over on yeah. Can I... would like to change the shading of this. I mean, this doesn't really matter what color it is. It's all going to be... oh, that's selecting by color range. Edit. Replace color. Does that work? From the... Apply the active selection in the timeline. I'm not sure what that means. It's this guy. Okay. Can I increase the tolerance? Oh, I can. What? Just so it's still legible. That looks like crap, but whatever. Maybe lower the tolerance just a little bit. Alright, it's more or less legible. That's fine. Let's do these for the rest of the characters. It does help to kind of visually list them, and then I can check them off as I go. Uh-oh. Hang on. I'm gonna move this over. Yeah. And cool. Now I don't have to keep checking back on what's it called? Oh my god, what's it? I can't think of what it's called. I don't have to keep checking on Trello. Good lord. And I just have this here. And what did I do? It was edit, replace color, I think, with something from the palette. That's actually pretty legible. And then yeah, as I do these, I can just delete them from this. The best part about doing it this way is it keeps me more honest. It makes it so that I look at the checklist. It's very easy to say, I'm not fucking doing that. But when it's like staring me down in the actual sheet, I'm just like, okay, fine. And cocktail. Whoops. Oh, it's locked. Honestly, these should all be locked. Base. Bloop. And then place color with oh because the magic's on a different layer. Hang on. So let's go magic effect. Let's put it here. And then now I should be able to replace with that color. So I guess the palette is specific to each layer. No, that still didn't work. Interesting. Why is that? Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Here. Actually, you know what I could probably do? I don't know if this will work. Cool. Control V. Put this in. Now let's try to replace the color. Okay. Back to Chitoge. Let's grab that color again. Oops. I'm getting way too anal about details that do not matter. This is gonna get erased anyway, so why do I fucking care? From mask. Damn it! I did it again! Palette. Select. Cockatoo. Replace color. That color with index. Is that what they call it? Okay, sure, whatever. Can I just... Huh? Ah, fuck. This doesn't matter. This does not matter at all. I need a break. I definitely need to take a break. Alpha, okay. It's gonna approximate it. Again, this is Not going to be permanent. Sure. Cool. Okay. Apologies. Oh, God, that was getting really frustrating. Let's save everything. I think I need another quick break. Save. All right, cool. Okay, so sorry about that. I will be back in 10 or 15 minutes, but yeah, BRB.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boiling up with the cold hard hatred. I could feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can
All right. I have returned. I probably should turn my timer off. Let me turn my music back on. Bloop. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go for at least another hour, probably not more than 2. I am getting a little tired, and I already know I'm making mistakes. For instance, I forgot to do the palette for the tome. I got so caught up with all this dumb iconography and keeping track of everything that I didn't even do the thing I said I was gonna do. So let's let's pace ourselves. Let's throw down a quick palette, and then I'm gonna try to go through and do as many of these items for each of these characters as I possibly can in the order that they are relevant. So for instance, I don't know what I'm gonna do for a beauty pose for Toshi. Oh shit! I didn't even. There goes my timer. I didn't even think of this until just now, but I've been talking about how I need to do a. Nope, didn't get the color. I need to do a thing for the robot arms that come out of his bag. So maybe that'll be the beauty pose. Beauty pose. Robot arms. Whatever. Okay. Save. Cool. So the tome's interesting because its palette is a lot more muted. Let's see if I can sell that. And this mess is problematic. I don't know what to do with this other than to ignore it and just say I was just thinking about this a minute ago when I was on break. Like, I'm not going to do a million different colors for the palette. I'm just going to do a handful. For the sake of it being static, I think a million colors is fine, whatever. It gives it a different look than everything else, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm not going to make the animators painstakingly get all of these individual pixels when, if it's like an emotion thing, it'll just be a blur and it'll all be one shade anyway. So I'll just pick like 3 or 4 different colors out of this and call it a day. Let's start with, yeah, that makes sense. What is... Oh, yeah, I was talking about doing something very complex for the tome. I want to do like a tesseract. Whoops. Oh, that pixel perfect, man. You cannot slip. Crap. Oh, yeah. That may not be correct. All right, I'm turning those off. This is getting annoying. Oh. Oh, I want the line tool. That's what I want. Okay. So that way I can do this instead of buying a wedding ring for my angle, for my lines. Just want to get something super... And I'll probably do the thing where... Once again, I copy paste this and just shift the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle point. Fucking tesseract. Actually, here's what I should do. Ooh, that's messy. Oh, well... Maybe that's okay. What's this? L, of course. It's a lot easier to be super precise. Wait a minute, this isn't a tesseract. This is just a cube. What am I talking about? To do a tesseract... I think I'd have to do something like... Shit! Wait, how am I going to do this? Actually, also, I think these pixels shouldn't be there. Right? Yes, that is correct. Okay. Not B, L... It's like 3 pixels connecting. So 1, 2, 3. I am definitely only doing this once. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rut row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm a little concerned about this, but let's see what happens. Does that line up with? Damn it. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. Let's go back to this shape. I feel like it's longer than it is wide. Like it's not perfectly geometrically equilateral. Yeah. I think that looks better for sure. The other thing is I have to also kind of imagine lines that aren't actually represented yet. And this one needs to, well, do that. Okay. This is a lot of work for something that honestly does not matter. Once again, I think that's the theme song of this entire series. And then I need to connect that up. I don't think I've done this quite right. Okay, yeah, I was just missing one line. Okay. This is looking better, I think. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna hold shift. Yeah. Cool, so that's the front of the transformation. Goes there. I think. Oh, wait, no, that does need to be there. L. Goes through there. That actually just meets up there. It looks horrible. Maybe I should move this down like this. And then that way I can create some space on the other end. L. And erase this middle line. Trying to be careful to keep the other stuff intact. So this is the front. It's the back. I'm just tracing everybody up, making sure everything's good. I think that actually can just do that. This was totally not worth it, but it was also totally worth it. Oops. Maybe that's why it needs to be more like that. Hmm. 。 I feel like that was a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. Oh boy. Now the question is, do I keep it or do I just drop it and move on? Whoops. Fucker! Damn it! Oh, cool. My music was muted. Again. I'm amazing at that. Trying to think. Do I want to... Let me try a different shape. I'm actually going to do a Fibonacci. And I'll just go with one of these. I thought I was already on that. Alright, whatever. I don't have any real plan. I'm just kind of going for it. Oh, actually, you know what? It is a Fibonacci, so I can actually probably math this out. So, 0. Let's go clockwise. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that is kind of loops on itself. Okay, so I gotta be smarter about that. All right, so 0, 1 to the right, 1, 2 down, and then wait, no, I fucked this up. Shit. Oh my god. 0. Let's go to the left. 1. Let's go down. 1. Let's go to the right. 1, 2. Let's go up. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go down. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go to the right. To the right. Wait. Yeah. So 8 plus 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can already see this is getting exponentially larger. So 13 plus 8 would be 21? 21? Wait. God, I can't do math right now. Of course, I have a beer right before I try to do complex math problems. 13 plus 8 would be, 21. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work at all. Let's just go with the Tesseract. Or I could just literally... That looks like shit. Let's try Pixel Perfect. Huh, that actually looks a little better. Still not exactly what I'm going for. I'm going to do the cube. I'm just going to do a simple cube, and I'm going to stop thinking about this. Because this is me obsessing about lore when I should be making a character sheet. This is me fucking around. Just get rid of that. Actually, do that. Cube. Oops. Yeah, man, I got really in the weeds. just want to do cool stuff for my series, but I also need to mind like what's actually worth my time. All of that was very much not worth my time. Something like that. L. Cool. It's a 3-dimensional shape in a 2-dimensional world. It's oops. It gets the thematic complexity that I was looking for without being a fucking math problem. Great. Oops. How did I do that? All right, 1. Well, the thing is now it'll be easier to move forward. I'll get a few colors for his for the base of it, and then I'll pick a few colors for the metal parts and then the pages, and then that's his palette done. I keep saying his, it's an it. How's this gonna work? Something a bit lighter. I guess I can just... Oh, it's the same thing. Great. Or was it? Yes, it was. Alright, it's a little bit darker. I don't know if that's significantly darker enough. No, you can't even tell. Let's grab that. I really could use a lighter color. Oh, duh. Around the edges. What the fuck am I doing? Okay. That guy. I just don't want to... There's so many different shades in here. I don't want to waste my time on, like, colors that don't really make a big difference. In fact, that's probably good in terms of a palette. Alright. Got everybody lined up. Just a few colors should be plenty. Sorry, everybody. I was on break for like 15 minutes, and now everybody's starting to message me. Of course. Dinner plans, making dinner plans. Let me do the lightest shade for the metal stuff that I see. And a lot of this is just going to be a ton of guesswork. God, I feel really silly for spending so much time trying to figure out a tesseract and a Fibonacci sequence. But we had fun. Sorta. This guy. I might just do literally 3 colors for each one. Does not need to be perfect. I do see some kind of blues in there that I want to try to capture. Yeah, because it's not all just grayscale. Like that guy. Yeah, see, it gives it like a nice contrast. I think there's some... What else we got in here? There's some of that brown tone, light tannish color. Once again, it's super windy outside. I don't know what's been going on lately. I can't even see that. Let me actually swap that out for a slightly different gray just so it's visible. Maybe this guy. That did not help at all. Never mind. Hold on. Ah, I thought I was going to sneeze. Damn it. It's the worst. Okie doke. Now I'll do his pages. Start with the seam. Let's do slightly darker color of the seam. Perhaps I should make this, instead of it being full of holes, because we run into the same problem again, maybe I should make it a geometric shape, and then I could suggest shading to kind of show the different hues of that color. Maybe. I'll keep that in mind for a future iteration, but I think for right now, I'm just going to keep it simple. Yeah, I'm not doing all that shit. Let's grab... maybe something over here. Forgot I need to rearrange these. Well, I could do that another time. There's a lot of shades in this too. Good lord. Okay. Oops. Darker tan for the pages. That's like the same color. Damn it. It might have been actually the exact same color. Yeah, it's different enough. Hey. All right. Okay. And there's a bunch of little other shades in there, but again, this palette is just has so much going on. I don't want to sit here and have to nitpick each one. I think this is enough of a palette for the tome. But again, I really should... Here's what I'll do. First, I'll save. Escape. Let me rearrange this while I'm thinking about it. How did I do that the other day? There was a way to... Ah, here we go. Grayscale. So... this should be third, and this should be second. And then this should be second. I think everything else is good. Ah, come on. All right. Second, third, second. Okay. Normally I'm pretty good about picking values, but in this case, I think I'm just getting a little tired. And as I've been saying, I need to make sure that I mind my limits. So I don't think I'm going to be going for a ton longer. Definitely no more than another hour. Shit, which one was this? I think this is second. I mean, again, it doesn't matter. It's literally just my own OCD. All right. And what I'm gonna do, save. Boom. It's gonna fill in the front side. Oops. GG. GG. Oops. That in. Form has to follow function. As much as I want to have this like really cool complex shape to kind of match the character, the more important thing is that you can color pick from this crap. Okay, rest hand. Ow, 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 ow. Control C. Alright. It looks a little silly, but again, form follows function. So let me... Yeah, I can nitpick the placement of these. I was gonna line them all up, but I think I'm just gonna put them on their own layer. Layer. Control. Keep doing that. Control S. Control V. This actually should be called backup. Should be called base. This should be called palette. Save. Okay. Let's go through it again. So, beauty pose. Definitely not happening today. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleanup. I could potentially bring this guy in and just spend some time next time cleaning it up. Or I could just try to redraw it. That might actually be the simpler process, is just using this as a reference and then trying to redraw it again. Oh, that's not even... Oops. That's only relevant to Choge. Oh my god, I need to be more careful about this. Various expressions. This, I think, only applies to Chitoge. Damage states. Top down, 3/4, bending, hunching. And the rest are agnostic. Oh boy, yep, getting a little tired. Making sloppy mistakes. Don't need this for him. This. Save. The downside's to copy paste. Alright. Cool. Okay. So what can I realistically get through? What can I realistically get through in the next 45 minutes? Beauty poses are going to take too much work. That's not happening. 3/4 isn't going to happen. Zoom in detail? Maybe. Maybe. Then again, I'm kind of looking at where I am in this effort. I'm getting really, really tired, and you can already see I'm starting to make some mistakes. But I have clear instructions and an idea of what to do for next time. And I really want to get this done. Let me look at Trello. I want to get this done in a week. By the end of next week, I think. It doesn't have to be today. Yeah, the 27th. Yeah, so I have another week to work on this. I don't need to rush this. In fact, it's in my best interest to not rush it. So, I think what I'm gonna do is pause here. Basically, in the vein of what I was saying before, where it's like, no, don't push yourself, don't know your limits. I need to acknowledge that I'm feeling very tired. I did a really long stream yesterday, and it took a lot out of me, and I'm already starting to figure out what to do for dinner. So I'm just like, oh god, that's gonna be exhausting. So I think I'm gonna pause it here, and I'm gonna pick this up. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up next time. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up the next time I stream. I don't even know when the next time I'm going to stream is going to be. I think I'm going to start chipping away at these lists next time I work on the character sheets. But as for now, I also have other things to work on. So I might stream something different next time. But for right now, I think I'm going to call this a day. Everything is saved. Everything is good and Gucci. But yeah. Thanks for watching this far, and I will check you in the next one. I will catch you in the next one. Yep, see? Brain going to Swiss cheese. This is a good stopping point. All right. But yeah, seriously, I'm happy with the progress I made. Things are looking almost coherent. I could almost clean this up. Yeah, this demon shit is going to be really difficult. Well, not difficult, more just time consuming. And I might redesign her, and I will probably redesign Daria. So those are the last two that I'm really, really concerned about. Do I need to do the spirit too? Shit. Actually, I don't think that I do. Let me look. I'm looking at my notes. Let me look. I'm looking at my notes. Yeah. Spirit is on a must-do, but I think for this episode at least, it's going to be rotoscoped, so that may not be a huge deal. Okay. At any rate, I think I'm going to call this a good stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.